Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to my Christmas special for 2019. I'm Bonbon and you're very welcome. Over the coming 7 days I'll be looking back on my top maps of the year, presenting a selection of the very best of what the workshop has had to offer. My final 12 maps are a mix of different styles and biomes, from high dependency to vanilla, from the very best known creators and a few new ones too. Of course, some maps had to just miss the cut, and today we'll take a second look at the two maps which were just edged out right at the very end. But we'll do this with a difference. Neither map is a snowfall map, but we'll be checking them both out with the vanilla snowfall theme and the vanilla LUT switched on. If you want to see them in original glories, links to the official reviews are in the description below. But before we crack on, I wanted to say a few words of gratitude. It is Christmas after all. To you, the viewer, thank you for joining me on this journey as we've ventured forth through approaching 1,000 custom created maps. Every view is truly appreciated, and although your view is only one view, it contributes to the total, and this I notice. An extra special thank you if you're one of the 10% who takes the time to click the like button, and especially if you subscribed or interacted through the comments or the end of show votes. I can't reply to all of your comments these days, but I assure you they are all still read, albeit eventually. To anyone who has sat through the video ads or even clicked the ad links, thank you so much. Ad revenues are small enough as it is, very approximately $1 for every 1,000 views. And this is still a small niche channel. As a YouTube viewer myself, I know how intrusive ads can be, which is why, unlike some other content creators, I don't litter my videos with them. So if you have interacted with an ad, I thank you for that. It may only be worth 1 cent or so, but they do add up. And in these modern hard times, that really does help. Next, a big thank you to the Bonbon Buddies, my followers over on Patreon. You guys really are the best. Your support has been and continues to be incredible. Your honest feedback helps to shape the channel, and I really wouldn't be where I am today without you. I'm really looking forward to sharing the occasional informal stream with you guys from the new year, so to all my Bonbon Buddies, I thank you. Sadly, I didn't have time to send out any Christmas cards this year, but you do know that I'm thinking of you. For those who might be wondering, I don't feel at this time I have enough on offer to use YouTube's membership program. I'm not ruling it out at this point, but I do like that all of my content is free to view for everyone, and I want to keep it that way. Finally, on a more personal level, to Elsie. Not your real name, but you do know who you are. Despite what you may feel, you are definitely not a distant memory to me, and I often wonder what and how you are doing. I'm still using your mouse mat and mug from a year ago, not to mention many of the other gifts you sent, and this year you've gone and done it again. Your continued generosity and spirit blows me away. I'm really glad to hear it sounds like you've turned a corner in your life, but remember, I will always be here if you need me, and so I will reach out again. You are the type of friend I want, no, need in my life. But you, as always, have me at a disadvantage. So, if you ever feel like lowering that drawbridge, even if it is just sending and receiving an occasional email, then I would really like that. But as always, there is no pressure from me. If this doesn't fit with you, then I accept it. I don't have to like it, but I accept it. Naturally, you make the rules and I will honour them. So Elsie, Merry Christmas. Thinking of you and hoping it isn't a full year before you make contact again. So today's show we're going to do via a couple of live flyovers. So you may hear a little bit of rustling in the background with my keypad being hammered while I try and move across the app and hopefully keep you entertained. Plus my microphone's a little bit further away from my mouth than it would normally be. If I sound a little bit different now, I apologise for that. I'm going to fix that. I'm going to treat myself to an arm for my microphone. Yeah, to swing it around in front of my face all day long. How exciting! But that's enough about me. Let's have a look at the map. Now this map, well, this shone. You guys really liked it. It was reviewed back in episode 644 of What Map. You guys gave it an 89% approval rating, and it was a map which had a big reveal. It lends itself to a big reveal, this map. It's a kind of a novelty map, but it's also not a novelty map because it is incredibly playable as well. If you take the novelty factor away from the map, it's still a very valid map, and that's what makes this map shine. Not quite sure whether it shines so much in Snowfall mode, but hey, that's the whole novelty of Christmas Day shows for you. The map is Ōsanshōuo by Wellington 6012. And for those of you that saw the episode, well, you'll already know that somewhere on the horizon is a giant Japanese salamander. There she is. Oh my goodness me. Now, yes, the salamander does look much better in the original review. I recommend checking out the original review. You'll have to put up with me teasing and avoiding the subject matter. But like I say, even without this thing, and it is a very big thing, and its footprints going across the map, which, I don't know if you managed to notice them on the fly through while I was chatting earlier. This is still a great map. If I pull back here, just ignore the salamander. That's still a very good map. Okay, that is still a very, very good map. Loads of buildable places, and yeah, just a real nice vibe. And we come down to the ground level, and it feels and looks good. And the standards of all the roads and intersections are excellent as well, as you'd expect from Wellington 12. I could have chosen any one of 2, maybe 3 maps from Wellington, but this one made the shortlist because, well, it's memorable. How can you forget? How can you forget Ōsanshōuo? Eh? How can you? This itself doesn't make the map, but this is just such excellent modelling. It's really nice work. Again, Snowfall does not do this justice. Check out the original review. Anyway, that's the first one that's been just edged out. The second one, which was like one place above it in my final list. I'm becoming very excited to see what that looks like with Snowfall. Just one moment while I load her up. And so, if our first map was basically a good map with a novelty factor, our second map is a good map with a theme. Now, they were actually reviewed within 2 episodes of each other. Just worked out that way, to be honest with you. Now, I'm surprised by you guys, because the creator of this map made 2 maps this year. 2 good maps this year. You preferred the other one. And I can see the other one's a really good map, but I prefer this one. I prefer this one quite a lot more, actually. It's glorious. The other map, by the way, was Boulder Cove. I know a lot of you have already subscribed and have played that one. This one, this is the Marsh, and this is by IhmeHihhuli. Trademark. It's only got about 350 subscribers. I am really surprised. Again, it's not meant to be seen in Snowfall. It has a really lush look to it in its original settings, but hey, it's Christmas Day. Christmas Day. Unless you're living in Australia, in which case I recommend moving a few thousand miles south. There's another continent down there you could probably move on to. That'll be a little bit cooler than what you're having to put up with down there at the moment. But yes, this is a glorious, glorious map. Lots of little islands, lots of marshy type areas, and we're not talking about swamplands here. We're talking about island hopping, little marshy areas, like this, coming down just this little area here. Spin the camera around enough, and the detailing, the water detailing around the entire map. I mean, it's quite intensive. I've got to be honest with you. You won't be able to play this on a potato or anything clockwork or anything like that. But if you've got a little bit of beef behind your system, then I feel that this map is really enticing. I would be very, very tempted indeed if I was to start a new map on something other than one of my own builds. But this is just great. The quality is right up there. When we come down here, you can see from the road and the rail here, it's just smooth as silk. Smooth as a baby's bottom, as some people say. Road over rail going on there. We're not going to do a review or complete flyby. I want to take you on a little explore of some of the areas. I mean, these intersections here. I mean, look how beautifully done they are. It's just slick and smooth and gorgeous. And then if we come down, we've got, yes, the custom bridge. I would say getting to be overused, this bridge. I can't blame people for using the best assets on the workshop. But nobody has used it better than IhmeHihhuli. Other people have used it as well. But no, you can't use it better than this. This is just sublime work. Really lovely work indeed. Lots of flat build plane on this map. A few tricky hills around the outside, but hey, city builder, you have to reclaim some land if you want to do that. A little mountain ridge going on here as well. But the main build area, which is obviously the if I pull back here, you see the main center of the map, this whole area here. A lot of build plane there, a lot of land fit for reclaiming. I'm a big fan of the idea of reclaiming land as well. And marshland is meant to be reclaimed. So there we go. That is the second of my 2 maps that just made that shortlist. Didn't quite make the final 12. And unfortunately, because of the way the shortlist works, Wellington 6012 and IhmeHihhuli will be missing from my final 12. Wouldn't have believed that midway through the year, I tell you. So anyway, that is it. I hope you are having a great Christmas Day. If you're watching this on Christmas Day, Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas. Have an eggnog for me, won't you? Right now, I'm probably spending time with my family, but I will be recording, and I'll be recording for the new series, The Best of 2019, which starts tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be having a look at one of my favourite 6 maps of the year, plus an understudy map as well. We'll be checking out across the 12 maps. There will be at least one that you will like, that will fit not just for your system, but for what DLCs you own, whether you want to play vanilla, whether you want to play high dependency, whether you like mountains, whether you like islands, whether you like flat build plane. It's all going to be there for you. So join me for that series starting tomorrow morning, 8 AM UK time. And until then, have a great Christmas Day. I've been Bonbon B. You've been very, very welcome. And I'm off to drink eggnog.